Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Mr. Jones back with another Mr. Jones Plays. Today we're going to be trying the demo for the Among Us story game, On Guard. I'm actually always been a pretty big fan of Among Us, and I just finished watching Season 1 of the Among Us show, which I kind of hope that they make a second season of because it was actually really good. But today we're going to be trying the demo and see if it's any good. I'm sure it's good. Everything Innersloth puts their mind to usually has a kind of je ne sais quoi quality to it, you know? That doesn't even make any sense, but let's go ahead and get started. Looks like you're about to play the demo for Among Us, On Guard. Would you like an overview? Yeah, sure. You'll play as Operator, a crewmate who enters a virtual training simulation. Inside that simulation, you'll control Guard and investigate a murder committed by a deadly imposter. This short gameplay section explores one line of investigation out of the many you'll have available, but remains mostly free of spoilers. I hope you enjoyed this little taste of Among Us story, On Guard. Alright, let's get into this. Hey, hello, and welcome to Mira Research and Development. You must be Operator. I'm Management. It's great to have you here. Stellar. You have a good flight? Sleep all right? It's an honor to be here doing my part to help Mira. And we're honored to have you here. Everyone's honored. So much honor. This is Mira R&D. We're working on ways to give our crewmates a better chance at survival. That means safer ships, cleaner instructions, and most of all, ways to deal with the biggest threat out there. Swiping access. Getting the card swipe to read the first time? Imposters. Imposters are the biggest threat. But hey, your answer was good too. There are no bad answers. Wrong answers, yes, but not bad answers. Did you know that imposters are responsible for 73% of all lost Mira ships? The other 27% are from crewmates charting a course through an asteroid field, but whatever, future problem. We're working on getting that percentage down and those imposters out the airlock. And we've developed an exciting new solution to help, the simulator. Golly! Does this mean I can get into costume and do hollow reenactments of famous historical events? Costumes? You want to stay up all night trying to attach sequins with a glue gun? Do famous historical events have a lot of sequins? Okay, the truth is, we're sticking you in this little pod with goggles and a headset. You know, I shouldn't have left a pause for you to ask questions. Now it seems like a letdown. No, I'm sure it's great. I promise, it's gonna seem like everything you've dreamed of and more. Thanks to the greatest power of all, your imagination. Well, some new proprietary hardware for rendering purposes. You ready for adventure? We've got a scenario lined up that will help us identify imposters and protect crewmates. Gosh, this is interesting. I do have a few questions, though. Okay, well, I'm here to help, so whatever helps you into the old simulator, you just let me know. Ask away. But just so you know, some of the answers might be spoilers. Can't risk polluting the dataset. Are the crewmates I meet in this simulation, are they, I don't know, real? No, that's part of the reason we made this virtual instead of using holograms. The holograms kept asserting their independence and demanding rights, and it's a huge crewmate relations hassle. The simulated crewmates are developed by our proprietary solution based on recorded data from past flights. That last part's actually a bit of privacy violation, but I won't tell you if you don't. Anyway, no, they're definitely not real. Don't even worry about that. I'm not in any, well, danger from the simulator, am I? No, this is entirely virtual. The only way there'd be an imposter in there is if you were one yourself, haha. So, what's actually going to, I guess, happen in this simulation? Hey, spoilers, remember. I can't give it all away. I guess I can say that you'll be on a ship investigating a possible imposter event. I promise, it'll feel totally natural. I swear it's as familiar as your real life. Thanks, I'm ready to go now. The simulator's ready for you right over there. And so are those devious imposters. Try not to die, haha. It looks like you've received a task to enter the simulator. Wait, who is that? Oh, that's the virtual assistant for your mini-computer. To review your task, press Escape to open the mini-computer. You can call me Matey. I'm here to help my fellow crewmates. Just feel free to ignore it if it's bugging you. Well, maybe I will. Okay. Alright. Let's get in this. Ooh, little animation. Ho ho! What does this ship run on? Ask engineer, and they'd say it runs on reactor power. Ask captain, and they'd say it runs on teamwork. But what this ship really runs on is truth and justice. Every lie is grit in the engines. Every crime is a crack in the hull. My name is Guard, and every morning I make sure this ship flies straight. Engineer's electrical work is going to leave this ship in shadows half the time. I'll need to stay vigilant. This is your final reminder that the ship will have intermittent lighting outages for most of the day. This should not be a surprise to anyone after my previous emails. To reiterate, the ship is overdue for maintenance of most of its electrical systems. I will be working in the vents for most of the day. Be prepared for lighting outages during that time. I've been able to implement redundancies for everything except the lighting. No other ship systems will be affected. I've attached the electrical schematics in a chart showing my progress. Cook's trying a new dinner special this week. Hope springs eternal. There's a special dinner tonight. Can you guess what it is? That's right, it's Quesadilla Tuesday. They're like tacos, but soft and flat. And they're even a fun color. So come get your fill of your quesadilla. Your friend, Cook. Important meeting. Anonymous sender. Seems suspicious. Come to the cafeteria at 9 a.m. sharp. Don't be late. Oh, nice. Been waiting for this one. Tactical vest fitting. 10 tips to find a style that says be respectable or get ejectable. Sunglasses. Mirrored or dark. We ask and you answer. Spot the imposter. Take our quiz and find out whether you are ready. You aren't, but you can be. Shipwide cameras. Are user-friendly enough? And much more. That anonymous message is like a grease spot on my visor. Can't clean it off until I know which side it's on. Looks like I've got a blind date in the cafeteria. The mini-computer includes a map that can help you find the cafeteria. They say no single crewmate is a match for an imposter, but they haven't seen me yet. You want some of this? You want to bring your trash onto my ship? Yeah, didn't think so. Locked myself in my office this morning. Nobody gets to talk to me before I've had my morning coffee. Swipe your security card to unlock those doors. Oh god. Oh, well, that was a lot easier than I expected. Alright. Let's check. So, oh. Oh, Guard, good morning. How are you? Did you see Engineer's message? Scientist has always been skittish. Figures Engineer's message about tinkering would bother them. Having the lights go out is, well, it seems inconvenient. And dark. Lights on and off all day? How do they expect the rest of us to get any work done? Right, thank you. I told Captain. Well, I asked Captain. Anyway, they didn't seem to care. Every plunge into darkness is a chance for crime to go undetected. For murderers to strike. Oh, I just need to read my charts. Tree Hugger is such a worrier. They care about plants almost as much as I care about security. But now that they know the lights thing is bugging me, not just them, they should be fine. We're complaining as a team. Anyway, I'll let you get to breakfast. Stay safe, and remember, you can't spell vigilante without vigilant. Okay? Yeah, they're better. Situation secure. They don't gotta worry. That's my job. The cafeteria, the ship's watering hole. A place to replenish and recharge for everyone, even the predators. What threats lurk in the tall grass of the cafeteria? What crocodiles wait in the water for the innocent to dip their heads? Let's find out. Cook! They couldn't fry an egg if their life depended on it. Now their goose is cooked. You're the one person on the ship I trust. The only crimes you'd ever commit are culinary. Now I've got to solve this murder without you. Guard, how could you? It wasn't me. I should have been streaming this. Doctor, seize the imposter before they kill again. It wasn't me. When you're planetside, a person accused of murder is entitled to a trial by jury of their peers. Can we get this over with? I promised my subscribers I'd live stream the autopsy later. But out here, on a ship always ready for imposters to attack, an emergency meeting is all you get. And I have got a peer in the pack. Right, yes, Doctor and I took charge when we found Guard standing over poor Cook's body. Are you sure Guard's the imposter? I talked to Guard right before you found them. Then you're lucky to be alive. Good thinking, Doctor. Focus on the fortunate positives. Instead of a conversation, make it a proversation. Lucky? Luck had nothing to do with it. Anonymous notes lead me to the body right when everyone's coming in for breakfast. This is a setup. Where's Engineer? I'd really prefer to do this with everyone present. There's still, the electrical upgrades. They sent that email. Oh, I have a filter to send Engineer Shipwide's emails to spam. They're so depressing. Guard, would you like to speak? Maybe apologize? I think we'd all appreciate it. Yeah, I'll apologize to Cook. For murdering them? For not keeping them safe. I failed to protect you, but I will avenge you. No, we're avenging Cook. That's what the airlock is for. Is this your first time? Yes, very good. So it's all in favor of ejecting Guard, then. I'm smashing that A vote like it's the like and subscribe button. Given the evidence, yes? Sorry? Unanimous. That's how you know Guard's guilty. Would an innocent crewmate get an unanimous vote for ejection? To the airlock. Doctor and scientist, wait back here. Okay, Guard, I'm about to push this airlock button, but if only it's sending it. That vent! Maybe I can get out through there. They're going into the vents! Well, that proves they're an imposter. Gotta go. Can't risk them. This place is a maze. How does engineering work in here? This ought to be far enough. Next vent I see, I'll pop back. Freedom. Like a credit card with a no-interest introductory period. There's always a catch. But if I'm today's catch, it'll be catch and release, right out the airlock. My metaphors are mixed up, but so is this case. The case. The one unbreakable truth on this ship of lies. So I'll take this case, work it, squeeze it until the truth drips out between my fingers. And then I'll wash my hands under the faucet of justice. So what have I got to investigate? They said dead beans tell no tales, but Cook was always chatting. Maybe their body will tell me a bedtime story about which monster went bump in the night. Okay, what else? People lie, but cameras don't. If I can get to security, the surveillance tapes can point me at the imposter. They might. They really might, but not in this demo, so don't worry about that right now. Okay, what else? Right, like a hard-boiled egg, this case isn't gonna crack itself. So let's go make an omelet. And make sure not to get myself rich. Okay, so we're gonna go find the Cook's body. I'm really liking the style of this one. What's this? These cables are a mess. No wonder Engineer has to root around in the vents fixing the lights. Okay, let me check the map. I need to get to the cafeteria. Looks like I could go through Med Bay. Probably gonna have to do that. I guess Engineer left their slide rule out. Maybe the math got too exciting for them. That's actually a right angle ruler, not a slider. Oh, sorry, I didn't choose for Guard to say that. They just said it. Sometimes Guard just says things. They locked up Medbay. Might have moved Cook's body there. But I should check the cafeteria to be sure. Just got It's an elevator. Of course it travels between desks. What else could an elevator possibly do? Sorry, I don't know why the mini-computer is. Just try to ignore it. Want to investigate personal quarters or relieve your near airlocking on the lower decks? Sadly, that isn't in the demo. Like I suspected, Cook's body must be in medbay, which is sealed tighter than a vacuum-sealed pickle jar. But life never closes a door without opening an airlock. I should avoid airlock metaphors until I've cleaned my name. Point is, there's gotta be some other way in Cook's body. Blue powder. Part of the normal mess of the kitchen or something else? I should find out where this stuff came from. Maybe it's nothing. Or maybe I'll look back someday and know that this is what blew the case wide open. Someday, maybe, but not today, because the blue powder investigation isn't part of the demo. Guess Cook's never getting around to that final cleanup. The pantry is closed for the demo, but in the full experience, you might find foodstuffs, cooking supplies, or murder. Still locked. Okay, what are we gonna do to get in there? In the full simulation, you might find yourself checking security tapes, but not in the demo. Oh, I can see someone in there. I think it's a captain. Okay. I wonder if I could crawl back through the vents. Nope. Okay, let's see. Ah. Vents. The criminal's hallway. An imposter can use them to pop up like a space gopher from a space gopher hole in any room of the ship. Engineer actually has the vents locked down. Must have left this one loose while doing the electrical upgrades. This might be my road to medbay. Fingers crossed that this gets me to medbay. Oh boy. This isn't medbay! I feel a rat in a maze, and that cheese isn't getting any closer. So maybe I should talk to the big cheese. Engineer spends all their time in here. They could give me directions. Just gotta figure out how to get their attention. Wait, they ran and yelled like a space dog on Space Bath Day that time I spilled coffee on their control panel. I guess I'm heading to the cafeteria to make you a fresh cup of coffee, Engineer. Gonna make some coffee. Coffee, the only bean I could count on to never betray me. Oh, okay, take the lid off. Put some beans in there. Oh, God. No, wait, there need to be more beans. What kind of person gives someone like a half-empty cup of coffee? Oh. Nice. 3 stars. Time to pull Engineer out of the vents. With a venti on their control panel. Coffee, baby, you're too good for me. You deserve so much better. But there's a control panel in the reactor that needs you. Pretty good cup of coffee, I gotta say myself. Alright, there's a control panel in here. Ah, this one. Leave for 5 minutes and someone shorts out the panels. We need to talk. You're the imposter! I'm not the imposter. Ah, should have locked the door. Well, one thing's sure to bring him back. More coffee. Okay, good to know. But this time I'm not gonna make a full cut. Oh, not actually. Oh wow, okay. Pouring this on the control panel should get engineers' attention. I wonder how many times you could pour coffee on something like that before it... Oh. Ugh. Horrible, horrible flashbacks. Again? Come on! Engineer, come here. I had to get your attention! How do you know they found me guilty? Captain sent the verdict in the email. I replied with an all-risk assessment. Captain doesn't read your what he gives you. They bolted! One thing's sure to bring him back, more coffee. I think I'm pretty bad at this, all things considered. I just get back in there. Make another cup of coffee. Try this again. Bet you make a 1-star one by only putting like one bean in there. Alright, oh wait. Gotta lock the door. Oh my god. Alright. Let's try this again. Oh! Stay back! Oh, I won't know what hit me. You don't use wattage to note the danger of electrocution. You use current. Well, currently, I need your help, Sparky. What do you want? You know the vents better than anyone, but an imposter? How do I get to medbay? An actual imposter would know their way through the vents already. I'm not the imposter! Unless this is a trick, like one of those puzzles where one guy's always lying and one always tells the truth. You know who would have helped me? Cook. Cook helps everyone. They once tried to bandage the wing on a rotisserie chicken. They were a lousy chef, but a good crewmate, and the imposter killed them. If I take a long walk at a short airlock, Cook's murderer gets away with it. That what you want? Okay, fine. Here, directions to the medbay. I'm still not sure I believe you. Good. Means you're thinking. That all you want? You seen anyone suspicious while you were down in the vents? Some mouth breather sabotaged the control panel and then chased me around the reactor room. This right here. This is why nobody reads engineers' emails. But there have been others in the vents. I saw scientists early this morning. And someone I didn't see. They didn't talk. I just heard them move. Good to know. You want anything else? That's all I needed. Good. Now I can repair what you did to the control panel. And then go do the rest of my job. Stay safe. Why is that open? Alrighty. Let's go. The loose vent. Let's hope engineers' directions are better than their cable hygiene. Alright, what did Sparky say again? Left, up, up. Right, up. Alright. Left, up, up, right, up. The smell washes over me before I come up through the vents. Sickness, rot, corruption, live streaming. Some call it hell. Around here, we call it medbay. Let's see what we can see. Doc had put Cook on the floor instead of a bed. What kind of crewmate does that? An imposter, maybe? Not worth much as a clue, but still, they should have put Cook on the bed. Dr. Streamick said, chasing that glitter of fame like a gambler after a royal flush. Looks like Doc hasn't recorded or streamed anything today. Guess real life's exciting enough right now. Look, I hate seeing you like this. I just hope you can get me some clues, so I can get you some payback. Oh, disassociating. Whoops, looks like you finished your little demo, haha. But you crushed it getting as far as you did. Look at you, dodging pursuit, hunting for clues. Listen, you get some rest while we get the rest of the simulation put together. I'll have you back in this bad bean real soon. Thanks for playing. Wow. That was actually fantastic. Genuinely, yeah, Innersloth has always put out quality products, no matter what people think about Among Us and the stuff and blah blah blah, all that. But I really enjoyed this, and honestly, I will be buying this day one. Yeah, probably day one, depending on like finances and all stuff like that. But I really enjoyed it because, you know, I always like a spy crime thriller, and I feel like it really works well in the Among Us kind of mindset. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you liked it. If you didn't like it, leave any kind of comment. Any kind of engagement, you know, really helps me in the long run. But I hope you have a great rest of your day, and thank you for watching.